he has grown 3 inches to 6 feet, more unseen materialist forces working their will upon him. He will not grow any taller, he thinks, in this life or the next. If there is a next, an inner devil murmurs. What evidence beyond the prophet's blazing and divinely inspired words proves that there is a next? Where would it be hidden? Who would forever stoke hell's boilers? What infinite source of energy would maintain opulent Eden, feeding its dark-eyed houris, swelling its heavy-hanging fruits, renewing the streams and splashing fountains in which God, as described in the 9th surah of the Qur'an, takes eternal good pleasure? What of the second law of thermodynamics? The deaths of insects and worms, their bodies so quickly absorbed by earth and weeds and road tar, devilishly strive to tell Ahmad that his own death will be just as small and final. Walking to school, he has noticed a sign, a spiral traced on the pavement in luminous ichor, angelic slime from the body of some low creature, a worm or snail of which only this trace remains. Where was the creature going, its path spiraling inward to no purpose? If it was seeking to remove itself from the hot sidewalk that was roasting it to death as the burning sun beat down, it failed and moved in fatal circles. But no little worm body was left at the spiral's center. So where did that body fly to? Perhaps it was snatched up by God and taken straight to heaven. Ahmad's teacher, Sheikh Rashid, the imam at the mosque upstairs at 2781½ West Main Street, tells him that according to the sacred tradition of the hadith, such things happen. The messenger, riding the winged white horse Burak, was guided through the 7 heavens by the angel Gabriel to a certain place, where he prayed with Jesus, Moses, and Abraham before returning to earth, to become the last of the prophets, the ultimate one. His adventures that day are proved by the hoofprint, sharp and clear, that Burak left on the rock beneath the sacred dome in the center of Al-Quds, called Jerusalem by the infidels and Zionists, whose torments in the furnaces of Jahannam are well described in the 7th and 11th and 50th of the surahs of the Book of Books. Sheikh Rashid recites with great beauty of pronunciation the 104th surah concerning Hutama, the crushing fire. And who shall teach thee what the crushing fire is? It is God's kindled fire, which shall mount above the hearts of the damned. It shall verily rise over them like a vault on outstretched columns. When Ahmad seeks to extract from the images in the Quran's Arabic the outstretched columns, fi Ahmadin Muhammadah, and the vault high above the hearts of those huddled in terror and straining to see into the towering mist of white heat, Naru Lillahi le Mukada, some hint of the merciful's relenting at some point in time and calling a halt to Hutama, the imam casts down his eyes, which are an unexpectedly pale gray, as milky and elusive as a Kafir woman's, and says that these visionary descriptions by the prophet are figurative. They are truly about the burning misery of separation from God and the scorching of our remorse for our sins against his commands. But Ahmad does not like Sheikh Rashid's voice when he says this. It reminds him of the unconvincing voices of his teachers at Central High. He hears Satan's undertone in it, a denying voice within an affirming voice. The prophet meant physical fire when he preached unforgiving fire. Muhammad could not proclaim the fact of eternal fire too often. Sheikh Rashid is not much older than Ahmad, perhaps 10 years, perhaps 20. He has few wrinkles in the white skin of his face. He is diffident, though precise in his movements. In the years by which he is older, the world has weakened him. When the murmuring of the devils gnawing within him tinges the imam's voice, Ahmad feels in his own self a desire to rise up and crush him, as God roasted that poor worm at the center of the spiral. The student's faith exceeds the master's. It frightens Sheikh Rashid to be riding the winged white steed of Islam, its irresistible onrushing. He seeks to soften the prophet's words, to make them blend with human reason, but they were not meant to blend. They invade our human softness like a sword. Allah is sublime beyond all particulars. There is no God but He, the living, the self-subsistent. He is the light by which the sun looks black. He does not blend with our reason, but makes our reason bow low, its forehead scraping the dust and bearing like Cain the mark of that dust. Muhammad was a mortal man, but visited paradise and consorted with the realities there. Our deeds and thoughts were written